This is part two of an introductory series of videos to discuss this idea about the philosophy of suggestive therapy and later on its application. So we finished off the last video a little bit about Dr. Fleet and his mission and why he was wanting to help. He was wanting to help find the cause of disease, whether it was physical, mental, or spiritual, and then learn how to fix that, cure that with physical, mental, and spiritual means as well, which led us to this idea of him creating concept therapy. So just a real brief idea, well, what is concept therapy as a whole? Well, when we look at this, the course itself does a couple things. It outlines the creative process. What is the creative process? Well, essentially, it's suggestive healing. It's the manifestation process. It's the process of the principles of healing outlined very uniquely. Analyzing human nature, this is going into the body, the mind, the soul, and the spirit, and then its interaction with the personality. How does that work? It's important to understand this to get this. And then he teaches the natural laws of the universe. And they're not only the universal laws, we teach the natural laws, the laws of the body, mind, and soul. Why is this such a cool philosophy? Well, if you take all the natural sciences, the social sciences, and psychology, these are the physical sciences, blend them with the non-physical science, metaphysics, theology, and philosophy, you take all the things that they have in common, you put them all in the center, you extract all the central principles and teach a course that explains all of that in a way that all can agree. We could call it a central truth or correlated truths. It's a correlation and a correlation of these. Now, what does concept therapy mean? It just means concept means a fixed idea. Therapy means working with. And so as we work with these ideas, they can be positive or negative. And we work with these. And we just click through these. Working with fixed ideas. Ideally, the ideas that are destructive, that are creating sickness and disease and ill health in our life. And so if you strip those from the body and mind, then you can do pretty good. It teaches us how to work with these fixed ideas. Well, how do we work with them? Well, lawfully. Well, if you understood the laws, then that'll help. Now, we're back to this idea of the philosophy of suggestive therapy. So I want to share with you, what does philosophy mean? It means the love of wisdom. And as you study, as Dr. Fleet said, there's no real healing without teaching. That will lead to the wisdom of love. Love, unconditional love is the definition that I'm referring to. But let's talk about this suggestion. We're defining suggestion as influencing of a person to accept an idea or a belief or impulse uncritically. And ideally, as it regards to health and healing of a constructive nature. That's how I'd like to use this idea of suggestive healing, and suggestive philosophy. All chains of suggestion are primarily started through our senses. That means all of these are the ways that suggestions get into our systems. And then once from there, the brain then makes different associations. It's another word for resonance. What do we resonate with, right? So no suggestion, no thought, no sensation, no emotion. So without suggestion, no thoughts, no sensations, no emotions. And then it's the process by which an idea is brought into the mind through its association with another idea. Just giving you some basic ideas in case you're wondering. Here's the key idea, though. Our environment is, in reality, the real source of suggestion. Makes a large difference. And then also this idea that suggestion is the fundamental influence that has made us what we are. And why am I interested in giving you this? Well, it's right here. The subconscious mind is influenced by suggestion. And that is of very huge importance because what goes in and what lodges shows up in our body and it shows up in our life. And how do you know what suggestions have been lodged? You look at your body and you look at your life. And if you're happy with it, fantastic. And if you're not, you might want to attend this lecture on the value of the philosophy of suggestive therapy. See the information below, and that'll give you a chance to register for the class.